Hey guys, welcome to Heart to Talk, the podcast. I am the host and creator, Teresa Caesar. My intention for this podcast is to deliver to you wisdom, inspiration, and consciousness through solo episodes and conversations amongst insightful people. It is my greatest honor to bring to you talks that come from the heart. Are you feeling the weight of stress, overwhelm, and resentment of your life pressing down on you? Do you find yourself questioning your current path, your job or career, the relationships you're in, or even your own worth or value? Whether you find yourself yearning for a future that seems out of reach or dwelling on a past that no longer serves you, know that the true magic lies in accepting and honoring your current path. And that is where you are today, where you are now. In this episode, I will shine a light on what it means to be absent from where we are now and the detrimental effects it can have on our well-being in alignment with our deepest desires. When we are not fully present in our lives, we risk losing sight of our true path and veering off course from the life we actually envision ourselves to live, the happiness we deeply desire, the peace, whatever that is for you. I will guide you through essential steps to help you embrace the reality of where you are now, while also setting a clear intention of where you are headed. By anchoring yourself in the now of your life and aligning your actions with the future, you can actually cultivate a sense of purpose, clarity, motivation, and happiness for where you are now, and empowerment in your journey towards your highest potential. So friends, let's get started. Let's stop wishing ourselves out of our current circumstances in life. Let's stop worrying, overthinking, losing sleep, underestimating our resilience, worth, and power. You're not defeated. You're not broken. You're not behind. You didn't mess up. You are evolving, learning, and triumphing in ways you don't even realize or see. Because sometimes we just get so focused on where we're not that we lose sight of where we are and what is. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment right now. Listening to this podcast, you trust in that, and then you can trust in yourself. Then you can then trust in the process, and then you can embrace the incredible wisdom, strength, and capabilities that actually resides within you now. For some reason, we keep telling ourselves that we're not enough or that we're behind, that we have to find our purpose or that we're not on purpose, that we have so far to go. But let me remind you and myself that every step of the journey is part of the journey, that today is my purpose. Today, waking up and thinking positively and rewiring my negative self-talk is my purpose so that I can then be an energetic force of positive impact, because literally the way you show up and who you are in your home with your family and your friends and your work is your purpose. So what are you doing with this powerful purpose that you have? Whether you work at McDonald's, whether you're a CEO, a teacher, a student, it doesn't matter. Your everyday life is not basic. It is actually your point of power. The power of now is your purpose. Everyone is asking, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I don't know my purpose. I don't know my mission. Well, start with your mission today is to own and embrace where you are and to then show up being the example so that you can then become an influence in the environment that you are in now. I invite you to affirm this affirmation. I am where I'm supposed to be. Claim this, speak it out loud, especially when you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, is when you start to reach for this, is when you feel like, I don't want to go to work today. I don't want to go take my kid to this doctor's appointment. I don't want to take myself to the doctor's appointment. I don't want to go to the gym. Everyone feels this way at one time or another. This feeling can manifest when we dwell also on the past, constantly wishing to relive moments that are gone, or when we actually fixate on being over there. There is better than here, right? The grass is greener on the other side. In these moments, what happens, we find ourselves not fully living in the present, not showing up for ourselves, our work, our family, our relationships. We become disconnected from the reality where we are now, both physically and emotionally. And what that looks like, it looks like we're distracted. We become distracted and then we then find ways to escape. And we find ourselves trapped in a cycle of regret or longing or anxiety. This pattern of thought can hinder our ability to appreciate the present moment and fully engage with our lives as it's unfolding. It can honestly prevent us from recognizing the actual beauty, the blessings we have, and the potential that exists in the here and now. Embracing the idea that you are where you're supposed to be doesn't mean that you're settling or giving up on your dreams or visions. It's actually the opposite. It's an invitation to trust that the answers and opportunities that you're seeking are already present in your current circumstances and life, and job and relationships, whatever that is. Sometimes you need to be exactly where you are in order to gather the lessons, the strength, the knowledge, the experience, and the resiliency needed to move forward towards your highest vision. Reflecting on my own journey, I'm so grateful for the challenges, the obstacles, even the people that have left my life, the things that didn't work out, even things that took so long or maybe didn't even come at all, because they truly have shaped me along the way. Each experience has equipped me with the skills and the capacity and emotional intelligence needed to embrace the vision I hold for my future. And I'm in this moment now, right? I'm in this gap where I'm still acquiring these lessons and learning from mistakes. And I'm still practicing being okay with not being perfect. So where you are now is a stepping stone on the path of where you're destined to be. Trust in the process. Be patient. Don't force. Honestly flow. Show up for yourself and watch as the universe aligns to support your highest aspirations, visions, and goals. And I'm going to share with you 3 ways for you to embrace where you are now. And I use this for myself, especially those times where I feel like I'm not and I'm having a tough time. This could be part of just your everyday like ritual journaling, reflection piece, or especially the times where you're dreading showing up for your life and you want to escape where you are or bypass or wishing things away and you don't want to confront. So I'm going to share these top things that I literally do for myself, and I'm actually doing them as we speak this week. So first one is just acknowledge and accept the truth and discomfort. When you find yourself feeling, this unease or stress or anxiety over the situation, take a moment to reflect. What are the sources of these feelings? Are they stemming from avoidance of something you need to address or confront? By identifying the root cause of your discomfort, you can begin to confront it head on and take just courageous action and steps to address any underlying issues that may be present. Once you can accept them, acknowledge them, then you can then start to be like, okay, now how am I going to move forward and become a person of solutions, person moving forward with grace and courage and honestly asking for help. Who do you trust physically to help you, emotionally? Or I always like to hand it over. We're going to get a little woo-woo here. Everyone, listening, you probably have a different, spiritual practice, religion, doesn't matter who you ask on, just ask. Call on that higher power, divine intelligence, God, universe. And that's what I do when I feel like it's hard to accept. And I do acknowledge it, but I don't know where to go. And I literally just surrender it. I'm like, I surrender this. I see this. Help me shift. Help me move forward because I know I need to show up. And help me with the tools and the confidence. And I know I'm capable, but help me believe this. And when I do, I let go. I go on my walk. I listen to music. I then lean into joy. And I forget and I stop focusing on this discomfort. And that's when the answers reveal itself. That's when the motivation comes, the energy and the courage, the people to support you in whatever it is, right? And here we go. The next thing, 2, show up fully. Make a conscious effort to show up for your circumstances, your job, your relationships, or any aspect of your life. Strive to bring your best self to the table each day. And I love to do this I use the affirmation, excellence is my brand. It almost becomes like my mantra. I am excellent. Excellence is my brand. I am capable. I use those affirmations. Again, if you don't already follow me on Instagram, I am the affirmation babe. I have a bunch of affirmations. I put out 2 a week, and literally they're the ones I curate for myself. So excellence is my brand. By committing to excellence in all you do and being fully present in the moment and giving people like your full attention, listening to listen, not to respond, and to pause and hold space, you will not only enhance your current experiences with everything, but also lay the groundwork for a brighter future aligned with your highest vision and version of yourself. And the next, and this is the last one, and it's a fully loaded, is plan for your greater version while honoring the present. Think about it. Where you're living now, your life now you once prayed for. Give yourself the opportunity to dwell in that everything you are living now is something you once prayed for. A lot of times we shift our attention and focus on what's not here, how far we have left, what's not done yet, what I messed up in. And then you become a magnet for that instead of this magnet for goodness. So ways to do that. You're like, well, how do I love where I am now while still like working towards my goals and visions and dreams? So let me tell you how. You can't work towards something that you don't even know what you're working towards. So you define the clear and specific goals of where you see yourself in all aspects: health, finances, relationships, career. Visualize your ideal future self and outline actionable steps to get you there towards that vision. So when you establish these concrete objectives, it'll provide you the roadmap to follow and milestones to track your progress. Embrace your current reality as your classroom. So think of every day like I am getting my doctorate in mastering my life and myself, my mindset, my emotions, and view where you are now as a classroom where you can learn valuable lessons, develop skills, and gain insights that will propel you to your desired future. You've got to master where you are before moving forward. Let's normalize avoiding the temptation of rushing ahead without mastering where you are now. Focus on honing in on your skills, deepening your relationships, and excelling in your current role or situation before seeking to progress to the next level. Even in video games, like you always have to master this level win before getting the next one. Understand that the doors to your desired future will only open when you are truly prepared and equipped to walk through them. Take the time to cultivate excellence in your circumstances that are current, as it serves as a stepping stone to your powerful future. And as we wrap up this episode, I want to just leave you with this powerful reminder that to really own where you are now is start first thing in the morning. Each morning, take a moment to be grateful for where you are now. Embrace the job you have, the relationships you hold, the opportunities that already surround you. When you do this, you're going to start to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Remember, when you love where you are now will love you back in ways you never imagined. It's natural and completely normal to get pulled away from this energy and this thinking, from this belief at times, and especially when things in life get overwhelming. In these moments of doubt or discouragement, pause and remind yourself that you're exactly where you're meant to be and that you now know how to move forward. You have everything you need within you and around you. Embrace it, believe it, and watch the magic unfold. I encourage you to share these insights, this podcast episode, with anyone in your life who you believe could benefit, is ready to listen, and needs this. as my mission is to really be a contributor to a world where we all thrive and succeed together. I am also committed to just honestly sharing everything that has truly worked for me. I consider myself the first testimony of these principles. And once I know they work for me, it is my pleasure and honor and joy to bring these ideas and thoughts and beliefs, practices to share with you on this transformative ride. Remember that this podcast is just one avenue through which I share valuable tools and insights. You can also find my weekly affirmations on Instagram at I am the affirmation babe. Let's just continue this journey together of personal growth, empowerment, and shared success. I thank you for being part of this community. I truly do. And I also look forward to the amazing things that lie ahead for all of us. Remember, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please download, rate, subscribe, and share this podcast. May you continue to be filled with wisdom, inspiration, and consciousness. Otherwise, friends, I will be back in 2 weeks for another episode of Heart to Talk.